Hi, this is Coach Joe Lukacs, and welcome to this video walkthrough of our Magellan Vision 10X 2024 Masterclass. The reason why I'm putting this video together, I know some of you are curious about what goes on in the program, what are the key deliverables, how is it delivered, and so what I wanted to do is just shoot this short video, kind of walk you through really almost all the elements of this program. So if you're here, you're either looking at it for yourself or for your team, or you're here in an enterprise capacity and you want to explore the possibility of getting your advisor community access to, quite frankly, the industry's only strategic planning program / masterclass. So we've been doing this this cycle, which is 2023-2024, is our 23rd year. Live in Fort Lauderdale, we'll have 75 advisors in the room for 3 full days. And a little north of 500 right now as I'm recording this, accessing the live stream. So again, this is the largest and longest strategic planning program that, quite frankly, nobody in the industry knows about, and that's why we're here to change that. So this is our landing page, fabizplan.com. So again, if you're a solo advisor or small team, you want to just go ahead and then follow the instructions in terms of whether you want to get your seat. And again, this is for a single advisor, $997 one pay, or $333 for a 3-pay. Again, if you're here as an enterprise, obviously our pricing will be totally different. How do I say this? We'll make you an offer that you're gonna really have a hard challenge saying no to. So once you do that, then what happens here is we have our home on the web, which is MagellanNetwork.net. And here you'll see we have Magellan Vision 2024. So I went ahead and just kind of got us into where all this happens. So there's a couple things. Number one, there are basically 3 elements. There's the pre-work, benchmarking, there's the pre-work, masterclass about mindset, which we'll talk about in a second. And then I always put some, since we're really, the theme on this cycle is going to be how to go 10X, I wanted to bring Dr. Ben Hardy in sort of as my kind of co-coach, and really kind of put some background. Now, you don't have to watch the Hardy stuff. I recommend you do, just because I think it's so darn good, right, from that perspective. So what you would do, or your advisor would do, this is step 1, and I'll walk you guys through it. So this is what it looks like. Basically, every element has a walkthrough, basically, and what you'll see here in the video is I'm basically walking yourself or your advisors through this process, question by question, item by item, to make sure they grasp all the material, all the questions, everything that we're doing. So I am riding shotgun on it. As far as the pre-work benchmarking, I'm going to show this to you real quick. So there are basically 3 core elements. There's going to be a little narrative on your current world, what we call measuring what matters, which is KPIs, and then really 21 different benchmarks. Now, for the sake of time, I'm not going to go through each one, obviously, but I want to give you a quick look. So these are, your current world. These are just some questions to what I call get some grounding on where you are or where your advisors are today. So there's several of those. Then we jump into KPIs, right? Key performance indicators, measuring what matters, and we have some things that we think are very important over our time working with advisors for almost 30 years. But they can put anything once. What you'll notice here is that these forms are fillable. So your advisor or you can either print them out and handwrite if you like, or they can just save the PDF to their computer or mobile device, and you can see. They can type notes and save things, so it works really well from there. So that's part 1. Part 2, and then the benchmarks. There's basically 21 of these, and again, what we have them do, and I walk your advisors or everybody through it. They'll rank themselves, and they can kind of split the differences. That's like a 4.5, and then I'll walk them through some strategies on how to really elevate their situation. All right. So again, we go through. This is all the pre-work. This is just the benchmarking. So we've got the the questions, the KPIs, and the benchmarking. Now, if you go back here, now we have our Mindset Masterclass. So what the Mindset Masterclass is basically what it says. Bottom line is, if an advisor or yourself wants to really elevate your results for the next year or the next 10 years, it's all about mindset. It's 80% mindset, 20% activity. So here you'll see we have a multi-module mindset program. And again, same concept as before, which is I am just going through it, educating, proctoring, and again, they would have access, you and your advisors would have access to this for about 10 months as part of our offer. So until we do the next cycle, right, from there. So that's all the pre-work. And what you're not seeing here right now, obviously, are the actual planning modules, because when I'm recording this, we are still about 14 days out from the program. So I'm recording this very early in November. We go live with the program November 15th, 16th, and 17th, 2023. It does not matter if you're available those dates or if you're watching it after those dates. When you join the program, you're going to get every second of the program that is recorded. It's recorded in a live stream format, and we also bring a second video crew in to do it in a very high-level masterclass series. So the bottom line is, whether you're doing this, you want to do this in November with us, you want to do it in December over the holidays, you want to do it in January or anytime after January because you want to get your 10-year locked in, it will not matter because you'll have access to everything. And then what you'll see here as we post information, you'll see that we'll have some features and feeds, and you can see some of the advisors are already kind of joined as we get ready to kind of launch this thing. The events, everything will be here in terms of live stream and things like that. So you do not have to worry about ever accessing this. We also have our own proprietary app. You can go to either the Google, I guess it's called the Android, or the iOS store, and just look for Magellan Network, and you'll see that we have a proprietary app. So that's all the pre-work, and this is how we make the magic happen. I'm going to grab right now, so just bear with me. I think we're pretty good at this. I want to show you the actual planning template, okay? So this is a template. This is what we're going to use. Again, it works the same way as the benchmark. You fill it in. But I want to walk you through, again, we're not going to do page by page here because there's literally 64 pages here. But basically, as you saw that mindset masterclass, what we're going to have you or your participants do is really benchmark your current mindset, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second, and then what we need it to be. We're going to talk about gratitude. We're going to talk about 10-year plan, 3-year plan, 1-year plan, i.e. 2024. Personal development game plan. Talk about calendars. Talk about summaries, and I'm going to walk you through all 13 modules, 64 pages. So again, we want to keep this relatively short, so we're just going to can move on with this. So you see module number 1, again, same thing here. There's plenty of places for your participants or yourself to type in, and I am in the video walking everybody through it. We're going to talk about values, rules, beliefs. This is the only program for advisors that we're going to do a deep dive into mindset. In fact, day 1, so if you think about it this way, we have 3 days when we do the live program. Day 1 is mindset, day 2 is vision, and day 3 is implementation. So this is all day 1 work where we really work with participants. I work with participants to really understand identity, to understand their self-talk, to really talk about their standards, and get them to define what their vision for their own 10X is, right? And it's going to be obviously different. And then module 2, we're going to have, so here's the deal. Your current mindset is a compilation of just whatever happened to you up until this moment. And what we're going to do, and by the way, we've done this element of the program now for well over a decade, and we've gotten profound, and I mean profound results that really unleashes an advisor once they get their mindset straight. So we're going to be very intentional, and we're going to build a brand new mindset, which will then allow you to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve in life and in business. Okay, again, we're the only ones that do this. Now, let's continue on. So this is something really cool, and there's probably a video on our YouTube channel on it, and maybe I'll have a link or something to it so you can see it. What we do every year on day 2 is we do a sunrise, gratitude, and goal-setting workshop. Where if you're in Fort Lauderdale, even on live stream, we have people do it on live stream. They go outside, outdoors, right? watch the sun come up, and we do some gratitude, and we do some really heavy duty goal setting, and that is done live. So you can walk through the process here, right? And again, I'm going to kind of keep this moving, right? Because we don't want to get too bogged down with too many things, but I want to make sure that we hit the key highlights. So here's our 10-year vision, right? So we do a 10-year personal vision, 10-year business vision, really important. We talk about creating an org chart here for 10 years. And again, look, I understand 10 years is a bit of a swag, but I think you want to know if you're going to sail, you want to sail north, south, east, and west. Even if you don't know the exact destination, you want to know how you're going, right, or what direction you're in. Then we'll break it down into a 3. This is all day 2 stuff, by the way, that we do from that perspective. Again, org chart, things like that. And now we're going to get into a bit of the nitty gritty here, which is our 2024, our 12-month goals here. Again, our 80-20, right? What do you focus on? Every advisor has things they're really good at that really move the needle, and there are things that they do out of habit that they need to stop doing. So we want to talk about all that. We'll talk about goals. We'll talk about how to break the goals down into tasks, timelines, everything like that. So that all happens, right, from that perspective. The other thing we do is a personal development and professional development game plan. So how much are they going to invest in themselves? What kind of designations, strategy, capabilities, tools do they want to get? Again, really important. We have a philosophy here inside of Magellan Network, 10-10, invest 10% of your income and 10% of your time to make you a better version of you. Then we get into our calendaring system, which I will do live, and there'll be a whole. Actually, I'm going to share my personal strategic calendar. So this will be something that we do, in the room on video, where I'm going to break down how to go ahead and create a calendar system so that an advisor can be totally sustainable, get the downtime, rest, recovery they need, get the days they need to work on their business, get the days where they can crush it in a very tactical sense, right? So we're going to break that all down. That's part of that's one of the key modules here that we have as part of our program. This is a really cute key tool, module number 9. So what we do is we take all this work, right? And we break it down into basically 2 pages. So this summary page, after you do all the work, you're going to fill this out. And then every morning you're going to review it. You're going to review your goals. You're going to review how you're going to grow your business. Every morning is part of our Magellan Power Hour, which is one of the other deliverables we'll get to in a moment, right, from there. So those are some things. So here we are, the Power Hour. So I will teach a cadence of what an advisor needs to do the first hour of every day. We call it our MPH, or Magellan Power Hour, and it is one of our core deliverables. We teach every advisor how to start the day right, which, by the way, shockingly, is not with their phone in their inbox or the news, right, from that perspective. And then we're going to get into what we call quarterly or periodization game plans. So we have 2 philosophies here. An advisor can work on a quarterly basis or on a period basis, which is 3 different periods every 12 months. Period 1 is January 1 to Memorial Day. Period 2 is Memorial Day to Labor Day. Period 3 is Labor Day to the end of the year. Each one has a different cadence. This is an opportunity, again, to have an advisor just create, a very short stem. So between the summary and the periodization tool, this is what a participant will review every single day, right, from there. So that's just something we do. And then we got some other tools here, weekly game plan builder, which an advisor can check off as they do things, contacts, introduction conversations, what the projects are for the day. So really a week at a glance, but again, the goal here in our process is to take a 10-year vision and break it down to what I need to do today. See, it's one thing to have a goal, but if you don't know what you need to execute on a daily basis, well, who cares, right? It doesn't matter. And then we also have a version of it for our daily game plan tool, which again, an advisor can really, with a few minutes, plan out a powerful day. They've got a track to run on. They know exactly why they're running on that track. Why? Because it all feeds into the period or quarterly game plan, which then feeds into the 1-year game plan, which then feeds into the 3-year game plan, which then obviously feeds into the 10-year game plan. So you will not find a more complete, a more powerful program around strategic/business planning for advisors. And if you have any questions, if you're watching this on YouTube, you know how to get a hold of me. If you're watching this as part of our landing page, there's a form below. If you're, again, enterprise, where you have several advisors or several hundred advisors that you want to put through this program, have access to this program, just fill out the form below, and then you and I will have a conversation, and I promise you, I will blow you away with the offer I'm going to make you. Why? Because I want to have impact with your advisors. So, look forward to our conversation. Thank you for watching this video walkthrough, and I look forward to seeing either you or your advisor inside of our program.